So first you guys are getting off the ship. So where are you guys planning
Where's
on
the
going?
magic collet?
That would be
You
inside
are
the
not off the
city,
ship yet.
past the
We are off the ship
gates,
first.
probably. So it would be Grad,
Is she
Trian,
breaking up for you guys
Rickon, and
too?
Sarah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't understand anything.
Okay, I'm gonna reload, so I can barely understand you guys either. Be right back.
Okay. But then again, in the first session, it was alright because there wasn't that many in the campaign.
Yeah. Can you hear me
Does the
better now?
fact that the voice is uploaded to Roll20 servers and distributed from there? It's not
Yeah.
peer-to-peer.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, to say again, who's doing that?
Oh, I was just measuring around the map while I was
They're
waiting
not.
for you, sorry.
Don't pay attention to the map measures. It's not the right map. I have.
I was just playing around because I was
Oh,
waiting
okay.
on you. That was all.
Okay, I was just trying to let you know this isn't actually what the map's supposed to look like. It's just that you guys needed something, and I was sick the other day and couldn't do anything. You know, I was sick on Thursday and out sick from work on Friday when I usually do my maps up, so I didn't actually have time.
It's alright.
Yeah, basically right where the arrow is, that's just where the unloading portion of the docks are. You're where the people unload. Nearby there is a tavern. You can see a brothel, which apparently are quite legal here. You can see the entrance to the to the main docks where the cargo ship is now docking, but there's a fence up, and apparently you need a pass or something to get in there. And then there's a large inn calling itself the Seaside Inn.
So, is there something here? There's a large inn, right?
Yeah, it's a large inn.
So I turn towards Sarah and Draken and say, I'm gonna go into that inn and ask if maybe they can point me towards someone that might know where Cal is.
How about we wait for everybody else before you go running off?
You mean the two people that tried to attack me and rob me?
Yes, you mean the two idiots. Yes. We need to wait for everybody.
Cujo,
If we're going to be a group, we're going to stay as a group.
I approve.
Well, aren't we in a town? Can't we do our own thing?
Yeah, you can.
Do you think those idiots are gonna actually come out and help us? As Grodd, I'm talking here, and I'm gonna ask if they really think that Cujo and Maldus are gonna help them. Do you really think those two idiots are gonna help us still?
If they don't want to be stuck together constantly, then I'm pretty sure they will.
Are they still stuck together?
I don't know. Who cares? It would be hilarious, though.
Assuming what I've seen of those two, they're probably still stuck together.
That's like not possible.
Awesome, but I don't think it is
Yeah.
possible either.
Then or they probably have cut Maldus's hand off just to get him rid.
I'm assuming anything is possible with you two. I mean, you got into a brawl with a spider and a chest for random reasons. I'm not surprised if you
We didn't
managed.
fight the spider. We just, I just tried to push him out of the chest I was hiding in, but he's like, no. And then the spider decided to web us.
This spider has a sense of humor.
Totally unprovoked.
Don't worry. I'm giving you your spell book back. There's no way I'm taking that.
I
Oh,
have
no,
my
he
spell.
has it back because it just bounced off you, remember? And you kept running.
Oh, okay.
You never catched it.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to grab it, but I don't really need it either. I can't copy spells no more.
Yeah, you're out of money.
Actually, we have shit. Grott's the one holding it.
Grodd has all the money.
Yep.
Anybody who gets too far from Grodd loses
Except for
access
the
to the
money
money.
Except for the money that Cujo stole. Because Cujo stole some money off of.
Yeah,
That's
don't
my.
just search me. I figured out that you stole money from me. I'm gonna ask for that money back.
Well, I mean,
That goes into the Grodd money pile.
not if nobody finds out.
Hey,
How would
Grodd.
I not find out?
I'm gonna do something, okay?
Oh.
Come with me to somewhere it won't be, or you two. There's 2 people with us, right?
Cal and me, yes.
Okay,
There's
Alright,
also
you-
Meredith.
those
There's
two
also
Okay,
Meredith.
you 3. Stay in front. I'm gonna show my spider.
What
I'm
the?
I'm gonna make where the money pile is. I'm gonna make the spider do a little silk line to Grodd's like ear. A very thin one, so if somebody tries to take it or anything, he gets pulled on the ear.
What are you trying to? What is this
Okay.
stuff?
Just in case if somebody tries to steal our money, you wouldn't know.
that thing
Oh, that's
break if even the bag shifted.
that's
Or
kind of
He'll just get down getting pulled on the ear.
How thick is the webbing?
One
But it was able to keep you together.
Yeah, that's because over the course of like a shit like that.
It can actually have the strength to entangle a medium creature. It says on the little list there that it can do that. So I think it's pretty strong. Enough to glue a man's ear, at least.
I'm just wondering what's the breaking capacity for the webbing.
1d6.
Because, I mean... You know what, never mind. I just remembered this is a fantasy world. Shit doesn't have to make sense.
Exactly. Now get back to your paperwork, Secretary.
Fuck you.
Damn.
I'll kill you. I will literally kill you in your fucking contimadim ship.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what you just said, but I thank you for it.
Okay, so where are each of you are you the first people off going first? You can go to different places. These are the areas described. If you have another place you wish to go to.
Shut down your Twitch stream. I'm not sure your connection can handle this and your Twitch stream right now.
What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to roll for health.
Oh shit, I forgot to roll for health too.
Yeah. It's 1d. 1d4 plus Constitution.
Is it for? Is that Dread Necromancer for 1d6? Could be wrong.
Motherfucker!
Cujo, how much health do you have? How much health do you have? 11. I have 15. The wizard has more health than you.
Fuck, this is bullshit.
You
How do you have 15?
look at
Because
Sarah.
of con and previous rolls.
Look at how much
That's
hit
why
points
Sarah
Sarah's
was
got.
taken.
Huh?
This has been
Yeah, Dread
stacking.
Necromancer is d6, not d4.
She rolled a d6.
No, just I wasn't looking. It was because she asked d4 before, and I just looked it up. I haven't actually looked at the chart.
Wow, 7 extra health. Nice. She rolled max.
Yay.
Good job. That means, don't forget, your familiar always will have either its health or your health, half your health, whichever is better, and then now you should be better.
Jesus, it's health.
What is it health at?
You really want to know?
Yes, please.
20.
You have 40 health?
No.
The spider has apparently.
Small
many-
spider has 20 health? The small one does. The small spider has 20 health.
Because you said it's always half my health, too.
No, it's either the spider's health or your health, whichever, or like half yours, whichever is higher. But it should just be yours at this point, because if you have like 10. I don't know. I don't know how much a small spider would have as far as health goes, but maybe it's the same.
Because the small spider says it has 10 health.
Then it's just 10 health.
Yeah, then it's definitely not sure you have. I'm pretty sure you don't have 20 health.
I do have 20 health right now.
Then it's half yours.
Which is still 10.
Yep.
So it has 10 health.
Yay. At least it's
Yay.
not me. But it's AC. Not gonna go into that.
I have good things. Oh, I'm gonna say good things.
Okay. So,
So what's happening now?
I asked them where each of them are going because I listed out some of the places that they can get to. If they want to go someplace else, they can tell me that. But right now, there's like a tavern, a brothel, and an inn that are within easy walking distance before you three get off the ship.
Us 5,
Yeah.
technically. But Sarah said she wanted to wait for our 2 morons, so
Okay,
apparently
so
we're waiting
Sarah
for
is
those
going to
2.
stay over here near the main part of the dock, and that means you guys can choose something else. Grad, where are you going?
She is literally one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people I know best on the planet at this point, so I'm sticking with her.
Okay. Grad?
Grad.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you could hear me. Okay, Reckon then. Where are you going?
Reckon said home BRB.
No, no.
Shoot! Alright, I'm back. Sorry. So
Okay, Grad,
who's
where are
this
you
guy
going?
who just showed up? Oh, I thought somebody else was
No,
talking.
Reckon flash
Okay.
in and out.
Okay. So, what did I miss? What was Grod doing?
Grad, where are you headed? Are you sticking with
With that,
Sarah?
where everybody else is going.
So you're staying to
So your
wait for
plan
us.
is to stay and wait for the morons, okay? And Meredith's gonna stick close to you.
So,
I'm gonna call her Mary.
Meredith is not sure if she likes that one, but she's gonna go with it for now. If you're gonna call her Mary, that's fine with her.
Because I can't constantly say Meredith. Because Mary pops up in mine.
Yeah, Meredith is not very happy with her current clothing because she's been stuck there for God knows how long.
Don't worry, dear. We'll get you new clothes.
That would be nice. Same dress since my birthday. Alright,
How old are you, dear?
16, I suppose. I have no idea how long I was trapped in that place. I can't
Do
do
you remember
accents,
your
but
days?
she does have she can talk common now, but she has a strong accent. I just can't do accents. Can you repeat what you said? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna ask her, do you know the date of your birth?
She shakes her head at that. I can't really remember right now. It's still foggy.
It might be difficult because maybe her country has a different calendar than ours.
It was supposed to be a whisper.
No. Kuja? No.
That was supposed to be a whisper to somebody.
a whisper. A whisper.
Whisper?
A whisper.
No, you have to add the phlegm with it.
Wait, so do we get off the ship now?
Yes, you guys can get off the ship. They apparently
Huzzah!
you see pretty much everybody waiting for you.
I go to rejoin.
What do you do?
I attempt to rejoin the group, wherever they are. Do I need to make a roll for
They're
that?
standing on the dock waiting for you, Kuji. You can easily see them.
Okay, I walk up to shit. What's your character? Oh wait,
Anciano.
Anciano.
Crayon.
I walk up to Anciano, and I apologize.
We're gonna look at
Would you-
him dumbfounded.
Would you then give me my gold back, sir?
Sure. I give him his 10 gold back.
Hey, I'm twice as rich now. Also, I would prefer if in future you would A. refrain from attacking or casting spells on me, and B. leave my spellbook alone.
I think I can agree on that.
I can't make any promises. I mean, I won't attack you. But I kind of want to read your spell book. A lot.
I'd be interested as well.
If you could. I mean, you could ask politely, and I might let you borrow it.
May I read your spell book?
What do you want from my spellbook?
I want to see what kind of spells you have.
I can explain it to you. You can head over to the bar. I was looking for someone in there anyway.
Oh, the bar?
There's a big tavern right over there.
Okay. Just a second. Gotta do something really quick.
I feel like he's gonna bonk me.
No. Damn it, that's not that high.
Yeah, you don't get anything off of him for that.
Okay, I guess I'll go with you. What are the rest of you guys gonna do in the meantime?
Should we all head over? While you were gone, we figured out that what's her name? Muriel? Misrol?
Meredith, she
Meredith.
picks up with.
That was out of character. I couldn't remember.
Mithril.
I remember the that she is from a country named Kel, and I want to look in the tavern over there if they can point me toward an expert in geography that might help us figure out where it is.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll help you do that. Because
I
I'm
think
good at
we should
gathering
get-
information.
I think we should get a room first to see if we need to stay in this town.
I'm not even there though.
Oh yeah, he went to the brothel apparently.
No.
No,
Hey, I just realized
I was
something.
waiting
Me and
for you to-
Draken are stone skin friends. We're both made of stone skin.
Well, I mean, reckon you got. Oh, is he at the tavern or is he with the group?
We
No,
were
I just wanted to wander off in the city.
In the city?
Yeah.
Just wander.
Yeah.
Wander.
Where's Melvis?
Right next to Cujo over here. Where are you looking?
Right with Higor. Higor staying close to Cujo as well. Of course, Higor is his.
By the way, are
serving-
those two still attached to each other? Just making sure.
I would like them to be. Because that's hilarious. And now he can't flank.
What?
And I have to make, like, concentration checks to cast spells. It's awesome. Great debuff. 10 out of 10.
What debuff?
Yes.
Uh,
I didn't hear you. What debuff?
you guys should make a great couple.
We're not like that, I'm
You want me
sorry.
to hurt you, Sarah?
I already
Yeah.
said.
I already have just. Because
It was
I'm
like-
already justified considering the fact that you killed Jason.
Grodd looks down, remembering that his comrade over here did end up getting Jason killed.
Technically,
You
we don't
really
fully
did.
know.
You
Right,
really
we're
did
still
get
missing
Jason
Sharon as
killed.
Oh no, is
Indirect-
it all? I'm looking through gluing spells.
Indirectly, didn't you cause that entire problem with having to get out of the room when you think
Nope,
about
you.
it?
Okay. So, you guys are heading to the tavern? Or are you gonna move or are you gonna go to the inn first?
I turned towards Sarah. Hand to like 2 gold. How about you arrange for rooms for us in the inn while I look at the tavern? Then we meet here again and see where we go next.
Okay, so the group is being split into 2. I'm going with, fuck.
Cujo, I have a proposal for you.
Oh, they're gonna propose.
I'm
Not that kind of. No.
I'm just playing. Don't get
You
your
realize that I'm already writing my Maldus Kojo slash fic over here, right?
You bastard.
I'm afraid we'll have to come back to.
I used to always write fanfics. Those
Good.
famous for Final Fantasy ones.
So, anyway, what I'm going to suggest to Cujo is if we could try and find some more magical supplies, since we are both wizards. It could
answers.
wizards. And yes.
Okay. We're split into 3 groups. Group A gets the rooms, Group B gathers information at the tavern, and Group C gathers the magical shit from the shops.
We will meet here.
Okay.
So what time can we meet?
It's morning now, just so you know.
I mean,
Should we
it's
meet here
probably-
like at 4 in the afternoon?
or since it's everything here, we do the 2 things here now, and then look what we do next. Because it shouldn't take long to get rooms at the inn and ask the tavern for some cartographer.
A campaign cartographer.
I mean, we can ask for more than just a cartographer.
Cartographer.
Try and find out where the good shit is.
So who's going to get the rooms and who's going to get the info?
I'm going with info since I have good gathering information.
So who wants to go? Well, I have to go with him then to get the info.
Why do you have to go with me to get the info?
I thought we were stuck together.
I
No,
should
we're
know.
not stuck to. It's been a fucking week.
You don't know the whip can still be sticky.
No.
It's still
No.
glue.
It's been a week.
It's
You guys have
glue.
healed up and you've probably bathed since then.
It's been a week. We would have at least found a knife.
Hey,
Remember,
hey,
Heat
hey.
pulled you guys apart, so you're fine.
Okay.
And also,
Okay.
yeah, we did get pulled apart while we were running.
In that case.
Why are you still holding on to him, Elvis?
Yeah, why are you still holding on to me, Maldis? I push him away.
Alright. Well, who the hell is gonna go with me to go get the magical supplies?
I will then.
Warren, go
Excellent.
with him. Wait, but I thought you were getting the rooms. Or wait, are we getting the rooms and
As
the
I said,
information
why
at the
aren't
same
we just
time?
doing
Big
rooms
besides, and
right now and then head off so we are all together and have
Yeah,
a plan? Because I would like to look for magical supplies as well.
Why don't you go get magical supplies with me?
Because I also need to ask someone in the room.
Meredith,
Oh my
Meredith
god.
holds up a hand to say something to the group, and she says,
This
No.
is real inefficient.
Everybody quiet. Let Mary.
Meredith says, "Why don't we all go to the inn first then, if we're trying to get rooms? I mean, you don't want to get stuck with some tiny little room, do you?" She looks right at Maldis when she says this. Her accent is very strong, but she clearly now speaks common.
Ah, you can speak common now, can you?
Congratulations. High five.
I high five.
No,
I
not
pose.
you, jackass. Her.
She's
And I
not quite
pose
sure
angrily.
what high-fiving is. And she kind of looks at her hand for a moment and then looks at you and raises a brow.
So you just slap your hands together. It is a symbol of camaraderie.
I don't think I've ever really touched people like that. She kind of holds out her hand, palm down. Palm up, just like, horizontal.
Okay,
It's like a
okay, I
wedding
guess-
towel.
I guess we're doing a low five then. I smack her hand for a low five.
After you smack her hand, she draws it back and stares at it, and it's like, that's weird behavior.
Did she understand what I said?
Sorry, what did you say, Sarah? I couldn't hear that.
Because I said it's like a wedding vow.
Wait, what did you say, Sarah?
Meredith just rolls her eyes at Sarah.
I'm gonna try and teach her how to pose.
Oh God.
What are you talking about? You don't even have proficiency in posing.
Actually, what if he does?
Bam!
Hey,
Oh, Yeah.
Perform the pose. Yes.
You gotta find a picture for posing though. Unless you want to copy me.
You got a +6 in your pose? Oh no, you got a plus. Okay.
Yeah, Cujo decided to actually make his perform into pose, so he only has to roll one
Okay.
thing now.
He stacked pose. Oh, that is awesome. That is a. Do these little reflections appear in your shirt too?
That is
Is
pretty
it that
cool.
magnificent?
No, I didn't crit succeed, so the reflections aren't there.
Okay, you'll have to use that later then.
All right, so
So what have we come down on?
Meredith wants to go to the inn. Higra is going wherever Cujo's going. Where's everyone else wanting to go?
I'm going with Trite.
Let's just go to the inn and get the rooms like everyone's been saying.
Fine.
Okay.
And then we can go on to the tavern, figure out where we go next, because then we've spent half an hour here, and then we can split up over the town and meet back.
Is Grodd at
I'm-
full health?
Yeah, everybody's
He
back at
spent a
full
week
health.
sleeping.
It's been a week, so everybody's at full health now.
I'm just looking for in town already for a blacksmith.
Sorry, what are you looking for?
For a blacksmith.
You're only allowed up to the dock district. There doesn't seem to be a blacksmith there. They said there is a blacksmith in the crafters district, but you'll need a pass to get into the city.
We can't get in there yet.
No, you'll need to basically have a pass to get in, and we'll deal with that after we deal with the inn. Give me 1 second here, please.
All right.
Loading. I hate it when pages load. There we go.
Then I will probably go to the tavern and start drinking.
So you're doing that instead of going to the inn with the others?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was already wandering off, so.
All right.
Send it
And-
to the brothel then.
Then you can go into the tavern. I'll describe
It's
what
a bit
happens in
early
the
for that. Come on.
Oh god.
Okay. I'll mention what's going on there in a minute. All right. The rest of the party is at the inn. There's a gnomish man behind the counter. He smiles at all of you. Welcome to Tuala. How many rooms will you be needing today?
How many rooms do you have?
We have about. He looks over his charts. Looks like we have about 25 rooms left.
Jesus, Ign.
Do you have anything below ground?
He looks at his chart again. I have 5 rooms available for below ground.
I would like to rent one below ground.
All right. And what is your name, please?
I actually forgot what I got for character's last name.
You don't actually need to give a last name if you don't have one. I mean, your people might not.
I have one, I just couldn't
Oh, okay.
remember because I... Anciano Manali.
Well, welcome to
Can
the
you
inn.
give me...
And you want
How much do I owe you for a night?
Let's see. For one night in an underground room, that will be 5 silver.
I had to pass over.
Okay, now for the rest of us, are we going to double up rooms, or are we just gonna pay for each room?
Why don't we all have one big room so that if we get ambushed, then we are all in the same place?
But then if we get ambushed, we're all in the same place.
Exactly. So we have the entire party backing us up. Who
Why
can
would
honest
you
us?
get ambushed? What are you planning on doing to this poor town?
I'm not planning on doing anything to this town specifically. It's just trouble usually follows me.
Insurance policy.
Have you tried not randomly robbing and attacking people? Maybe you would have less trouble then.
Yes.
Okay, I tried that, and that just got the Thieves Guild pissed off at me.
Wait, you were part of the Thieves Guild. I thought you were a cop.
What, I can't be both?
I thought that was illegal.
But they probably didn't know.
Which one didn't know?
Probably
Yeah.
both of them.
Oh, well, I mean, the entire guard force didn't know, but at least one or two people knew about it.
I can't believe they
I
allowed
mean,
that.
well, I
Were
mean,
they also part of the Thieves Guild?
oh,
Did you
no.
bribe them?
No,
Did you blackmail them?
no,
Did you
Were
threaten
they,
them with
were
murder?
they your friends?
yes,
Okay, that's understandable.
Was I one of them?
No.
no, no, I didn't meet you until an amount of time ago, which was not that long ago.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure I do know that.
He's your stalker.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, what are we designing for the rooms?
Well, we at least need to have, like, some sort of groups. I say at least, like, 3 and 3.
There's 8 of us total.
So
That
that
makes
means,
4 and 4.
But you, sir, are going underground, though.
Yeah.
So I imagine your
I've lived all my life underground. Underground is...
your stone skin kin or whatever you call them can share a room with you. And then we'll divide it 3 and 3.
I turn towards the Nomads bar. Is there a room with 2 beds available underground?
Underground? He looks at his charts again, and he goes, "Yes, there are actually 2 of those 5 rooms underground are double rooms."
Then can I change my room to a double room, please?
All right, that'll be 1 gold.
That's a rip-off.
Why do you think we're doubling up the rooms?
Doesn't save money, that's a rip-off.
Not if some people sleep on the floor.
Exactly. I can sleep on the floor.
I prefer luxury.
I like floors. They make me feel at home.
Meredith
You're like
folds
he's
her
in a
arms
cell.
Meredith folds her arms over her chest. "I am not sleeping on the floor," she grumbles.
Okay,
Don't worry, Meredith. I'll make sure you get a bed, too.
I mean, you could split the others up. Sarah, whatever the green woman is, because I can't remember her
Hegra.
name,
Her
and
name's
Meredith.
Hegra.
Hegra.
He
And,
doesn't care.
Higra's going
And-
wherever Kuja's gone. She's Kuja's valet / servant /
Wife.
So, how about a room of sane people and a room of people that are differently minded?
Alright, so then that leaves me and Cujo in separate rooms. Since I...
Nope, that leaves you and Cujo in one room.
No, I'm not crazy. I'm just an asshole.
And I'm certainly sane, so I suppose you're right.
No. I testify to that.
Okay.
There will be a room far away from mine.
Well, you killed one of our party members, so you can't be sane either.
Technically, you could be sane and still murder people, but
Then how the hell am I insane?
because you tried to murder a whole bunch of people while still babbling bullshit.
Also, you
But I kept the
referring
party
to the Great Continuum or something. Or
Yes,
something.
really.
Okay,
Yes,
right
you're
now.
leading us to our death.
Okay, although, despite the fact that we have fought fucking skeletons, sharks, dark elves, and shit like that, getting our room seems to be the hardest part of our adventure together so far. How are we dividing these rooms, guys?
Okay, here.
Everyone in one room.
Sir, do you have a room that could fit 8 people?
That's cheap.
He like looks over and goes, "Well, we do have 2 suites available. Each suite does happen to have 3 double rooms attached to them. That could probably fit 6 people comfortably, but you would still
Is it
have 2 people trying to share a couch."
That is-
Would there be...
How about the 6 of you go into the large room, and me and Reckon sleep underground? I'm more comfortable there anyway.
I'm more comfortable with the big giant dude sleeping in the room with us because at least I know somebody could do damage. That's fine.
Greg, can you?
Is it?
No, it's like the that was like the room we had before, where it's like a common room with smaller bedrooms attached to it.
Is it cheap?
Actually, yeah.
It's
how
5
much
gold,
would it-
sir.
How
We're not
much is it?
looking for luxury. We want efficiency.
Wait, how much did you say it was?
5 gold.
5 gold.
How about 4 gold?
Oh!
The gnome smiles at the pose. He goes, "All right, sir, 4 gold. Can I have your name, please?"
Gustavo Ramirez.
All right, Gustavo. Please sign. Please sign here. He pulls out a logbook for you to sign.
Okay. I'm still trying to find the post, but yes, I signed Gustavo Ramirez.
And he also offers the same logbook over to you and Cianiano.
I write my name down for my underground room.
All right.
Do I need to sign the room as well?
He puts the logbook towards all of you, basically for what he calls insurance purposes. To make sure he has.
Sarah disconnected, by the way.
Yeah, notice.
Okay, this was the post I did.
On what page of Google Image Search are you at this point?
Oh, that's awesome!
Holy crap!
Okay, let me rephrase
Yeah,
the
that is
question.
an awesome post.
As far as you have to be in Google Image Search at this point, what is the porn to actual pictures ratio at this point?
The what?
The farther you go down Google Image Search, the worse the porn to actual pictures ratio gets.
I'm actually not that far in, so there's not that much porn yet.
Yeah, usually around page 3 is where it starts spending pure porn.
You do realize these are just poses. There's nothing wrong with this, right?
You can Google anything and find porn.
Yeah,
It's the internet.
Yeah, the people like to put various tags onto porn that have nothing to do with what the actual picture is, just to get people to see them.
All right. Did you? Okay. I'm signing in my name as an alias as well.
Yeah, I'm also whispering something to you, and I'm waiting.
Roll for what?
Roll spot. Sorry, I'm trying to keep
Okay.
that private.
Oh, Sarah is gone.
Okay. Spot check for.
Somebody reloading?
Nope, that's the same roll that somebody else got.
And I've got to make a check for the snake as well. Oh, that went even worse. Okay, I don't see nothing.
All right. The Grad gets to sign the book too. The book is offered over to Grad.
Oh, he just signs his real name. And...
Okay. Also roll a spot check for Grad while we're at it.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Do I need to roll a spot check or am I blind?
You wouldn't know. Even if you saw it, you wouldn't notice it. It wouldn't mean anything to you.
Okay.
Someone you know.
Hey, Grad. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'll whisper to
happened?
Grad. Hold on.
What happened so far? My power shut down completely for some reason.
They're signing the logbook only.
Okay. So, did we come to a decision?
I am sleeping underground and...
Cujo
No,
posed
that's
to
okay.
get the room for 1 less gold, and now we get a big suite for 4 gold.
You should have did it for 2. 2 go down.
Can I perhaps persuade you to lower it another gold, sir?
Nope, you can't.
The man laughs at your attempt.
I'm gonna try casting Charm Person on him.
I'm gonna try to sweet talk him.
You're already paying the 4 gold. You already wrote down in his logbook that you're spending 4 gold on this room. So
God damn it.
you're kind of already past the point of trying to time him any
Damn
further.
you, logbook.
I like how you guys don't think of this.
Why are they doing this post?
Wait a second, let me look here.
Well,
Oh
I
wait,
mean,
okay, good.
I
know it all
didn't think I'd roll high enough to get it down 2 gold.
Well,
So that's fine.
you should have rolled first and saying then say the gold amount.
No, he said 1 less gold.
Yeah,
The thing is, that's
he
kind of
said-
like cheating, because, I mean, you're just going to say a lower amount if you roll low.
Oh my god, I
You
still
could always go for like 2 gold and then haggle down.
It's all good. We at least got it for 4 gold, and we have all the people that need to be people in one room.
Okay.
All the people
Hey,
that
do
need
you see my
to
do
be
you see
people.
my whisper? I just want to make sure that because you seem to miss my last whisper.
Ah,
The one to Grad.
has Cujo's. Oh. I'm okay. I didn't. I thought that was from someone else, but
No,
okay.
that's what you saw when your spot check passed.
I'm gonna like tap Cujo a little bit on the shoulder. Hey Cujo.
Yeah,
I point at the envelope.
it's a logbook.
No. I point out the envelope with his name on it.
There's an
What?
Isn't that your name?
There's
Wait,
an
what the
envelope.
fuck?
There's an envelope with the name Cujo Josephson sitting back behind the gnomish innkeeper. There's just sitting
I have a
there,
letter.
and it's a very familiar looking handwriting as well.
Do I spot
The
this?
fuck. Okay.
Grizz.
How do I do this?
And you told the guy that your name was something else, so he's not gonna hand it to you.
Hey, Grizz.
What?
Do I spot this?
I told him my name's Tom Marfola
Spot
Riddle,
what?
so he's not giving it to me either.
Okay, I whispered to Maldus to distract him.
Okay, I pose. I'm gonna.
There's nothing further to spot since Grad already told Cujo what it was.
No. I'm doing a.
I know. I was
Like
telling
a
Sarah
ref-
that because she'd rolled a spot check, and
No, it's to see what they were pointing at.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said that you were going to roll the spot check for. Yeah, you can see there's an envelope laying behind the counter with Cujo's name on it.
The hell?
Shit. I don't think that I'm pretty sure he'd spot me before I even walked behind the desk. I'm gonna need somebody to distract him again.
I turn towards Cujo. What are you trying to do?
Shh. Just distract him. I need something.
If you tell me what it is, maybe I can help.
All I need you to do is distract him.
Just do it for him. We'll tell you later, okay?
Okay, I'm going to use prestidigitation, and I'm going to make my cloak look like it is made out of like a bright rainbow.
Are you really
felt.
gonna start casting magic with some magic components in and in, directly in front of the innkeeper?
Yes, because it's prestidigitation, and everybody knows prestidigitation is what crazy wizards do. It's basic tricks for practice, and I'll just pretend.
But they might get scared, is my point.
Well, I'm turning my cloak into I'm making it prestidigitate into what looks like some bright rainbow
I
felt.
turn towards the gnome and ask, do you mind showing me my room?
The gnome claps his hands, and a gnomish woman comes out from behind a back room and comes over. Yes, and he looks over her and says, "Show this gentleman," and he points at Trey. I can't pronounce your name. I'm sorry, and Sansino, and says, "Please show this gentleman to his underground room."
I would prefer if you come with me because I have something to ask you in private, if you don't
I'm
mind.
afraid I cannot leave this desk, sir.
So I'm gonna kind of walk over to him on the other side of where the envelope is with my very extravagant new outfit, and I'm going to try and
Fuck, I fucking trip.
I'm gonna try and ask him to come over here because I need to ask him something. I think I had a little bit of a accident with my spell. Do you know where I can go to use the restroom here?
The gnomish man points a finger down the hallway that's leading off of this place. He says, "There's a bathroom, a common room bathroom right down the hall there, sir."
I make a little motion over my eyes, like I'm trying to look for it. I don't see it. Could you point again?
Just walk that way, sir.
Okay.
Just walk which way? I can't see your hand. I'm sorry. I pretend like I have some
He looks over at he looks directly towards Cujo and suggests that Cujo assist Maldus down the hall to find the bathroom.
Oh, he's completely incompetent, sir. Don't worry. He wouldn't be able to help me. Just could you try showing me one more time? I think I've cleared up my sight a bit.
The gnome man is starting to get very nervous about you people crowding him like this, and continuously points down the hall towards the bathroom.
So he's not looking at me again?
Yes.
He's looking at Maldus and just shaking his head.
Yes.
So you're trying to move past him silently while he's looking at Maldus, okay? And you
Yes.
manage to snatch up the envelope and sneak away with it.
Okay.
I say, thank you, and then I walk towards the bath.
I'm
Thank
sorry,
you, sir.
Laura. I'm sorry about my buffoons.
The man shakes his head and sighs and hands Sarah the keys after the money's been exchanged.
Could a buffoon
Thank
do
you.
this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it would.
Yes.
Thank you for proving my point.
He
Don't worry,
just
Sarah.
basically trails after Cujo and just shakes her head slowly.
This was suppose I did.
Chris, how much is a children's leash in this town? You might need to put those two on a leash for their own good.
Oh.
Did I hear leash?
Yeah. You know,
The spider
like,
offers
we
free
all
leashes.
parents buy for their small children. Can we buy something like that for Cujo and others?
It's like they have such things.
I
This
have
person
a
just
dagger,
stares
sir.
at the
I get
existence of
past
such
it.
items.
Not if I make
have
it on
magic,
metal.
sir. I get past it.
Okay. If it's actually, what kind of leash? Said
Adamantine anti-magic shackles.
That seems like that would cost a lot of money.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
you'd be
well,
able
that'd
to
be
buy
very
that.
much enchanted.
Yeah, but then
require
you
a lot of
couldn't do
money,
stupid
sir.
stuff.
That's
Anti-magic field is an 8th level spell.
it costs so much money.
I know. That's 450,000 gold for one of those.
10,000 gold to restrain us. And then we just cut it with a knife.
No, it's made of adamantine.
Yeah, he was gonna make it like shackles or some shit.
What are we, prisoners? We did help Cujo get his freaking envelope, even if it was absurd.
I would have just walked up to that and asked, hey, Cujo Joseph is the person I'm sharing my room with. Could I take the letter to him, please?
Yeah, you could have done it
That's
that
too
way, but
simple.
Yeah,
apparently
you
didn't want to do it that
got
way.
What happens if it was an assassination request and the person just told you, oh, right this way?
Exactly.
Well, you know.
Okay.
But Cujo's gonna have to decide when he wants to open the letter. He recognizes the handwriting. It's definitely
I'm gonna
man's
take-
handwriting.
I'm gonna take them to the room and unlock the door. And say, so what's that letter about?
I don't know. I'll check.
Be right
I
back.
walk into one of the rooms and lock myself in.
Okay, so Cujo is all alone, and I can type the letter out to him.
He's
After the woman shows me to my room, I'm asking and going
Woman.
back up.
I forgot you're not with.
It was a gnomish woman whose name I did not hear, if it even was one.
No.
I go back to the gnome and ask them to point me towards the suite the companions took so I can link up back with them.
Wait, you're looking for where?
I go into the basement, find my room, then I go back up to the counter and ask the gnome guy where the rest of the party's room
Good.
is.
That's
so
what
I can
that's what I
find-
thought I heard, but I wasn't sure if I caught the last word. He gives you directions off to where Sarah and the others wandered off.
I
It's-
knock
Up on, yeah, okay.
Who is that?
and then enter the room.
I did not permit you to enter. I said, who is it?
Yeah, I just knocked and entered.
Hello.
So,
Can I help you?
what was this?
You know, it's rude to barge in.
It's also rude to do whatever you did down there for reasons that
I did not do anything, sir.
That
What
would
did
be
you
me and
try
my
to do?
companions.
What did you try to do down there?
You'll have to ask my companion about that.
There's something with his name on it. I guess he just wanted to know.
So,
I point at the door of the room he went in. He's in there. He's reading the note. I think it's something personal. It did have his name on it.
that is probably something personal then. So, what plans do we have in the city so far? Outside of finding out where Kel is.
Well, I'm going to go look for some magic items now that some of that insanity is past. Hopefully, we'll be able to find something to help
We
me.
might need to figure out what we need to be allowed into the other districts for that. I'm assuming there will be no magic academies and shops near the dogs. But the gnome downstairs can probably help us with that.
Well, first of all, I want to know what that envelope said, unless, I mean, it could be something very important.
Are you sure he would even tell us?
No. Let's finish and wait until he is done reading it, though. Could be something we all need to hear, or it could be just a personal letter.
But I'm more interested in this. How did whoever sent the letter knew that he was going to come to this inn?
That's a good question. Perhaps we'll never know.
Okay. I walk out of the room.
Are you going to say anything?
No, I'm going to silently exit.
So, you
Well.
found a letter with your name on it, I
Heater
heard?
follows after you since it's, your valet and follows you everywhere.
God damn it.
Would you care to tell us what was in that letter?
Oh shit, they already see me, so I can't move silently. Damn it. What? It was just this thing I have to do. Yeah, I'll do this really quick and then I'll meet you back here. I'll see you guys later.
Is this only... Are you sure it couldn't be a trap?
Let me check. Actually, don't let me check. Let me think.
Could be dangerous.
Let's take the person with me that dies all the time, so he dies for me.
What about if you go, and then the rest of us will follow you in the shadows?
Wait, actually, that's the wrong check. I'm supposed to use a different check. Shit, I can't tell. I mean, that won't really work, because... I mean, there's only, like, one ticket. So I'll just see you guys later. I'm sure I'll be fine.
A ticket?
A ticket?
Yes, a ticket.
To what? If you don't mind.
Transportation.
Are you leaving?
I'll be back later. I mean, I'm probably just gonna be gone for, like... Actually, I have no idea how long it'd take to get there.
Well, could you think you can tell us about it? Because this seems like this is awfully suspicious.
It's kind of a personal thing.
Alright then, if you want to risk your life on this venture, go ahead. I don't know any specifics.
Okay. I'll walk away.
I shrug.
And Higra follows you since Higra's never going to leave your side.
God damn it.
You have two different stalkers now.
Why can't I just have normal friends?
I would like to see what the rest of the party members about it.
I was about to start with that, but Sarah is having problems connecting.
I just reconnected right
There we
now.
go.
My internet restarted for some
Bad
reason.
internet, bad.
So, should we head to the tavern then to find someone to tell us about Cal and how we can get out of the docks? Ooh, choo-choo train.
Yeah, I forgot to mention again. I'm blaming it on the fact that I'm still sick. That this Tuala is it's a gnomish city. It's built by the same sort of people who built it's a human city actually, but it's got a lot of gnomish architecture in it. It's built by the same people who built like steamships, and because of that, there's a big train system that goes around the city. There's like a train station directly outside the docks, but you'd have to be able to leave to get through the docks first. You guys, for example, are all right here in the dock area still, so they just drew up the taverns and places like that just to, to show you.
Yeah.
Where is
So-
the magic shop?
We can probably figure that out if we ask the nice gnomish man downstairs.
I go downstairs and ask the gnomish man about the shops.
Well, there's a there's a general store nearby for, touristy things, people who don't actually want to go into the city. But not too much. You'd have to actually, get a gate pass to
Oh
go in.
shit. Also, before I forget, I took my horse off the boat too.
Yeah.
Completely forgot about him. He's gonna be at the end, I guess. He's gonna be a guest.
Clapping hay. Good
So, while Maldus is going off to wherever, should we go with Meredith to the tavern?
Meredith,
So where's Malvis going?
Magic shop?
I'll go with you. Lead the way gets there.
I go to the magic shop.
so you're not recovering your rapier from Meredith at all, Cujo?
No,
Okay.
there's no hope for that.
You can find one you can find a rapier at the general store.
You can disintegrate it later.
I walk down to the gnome and ask the gnome, what does one have to do to get a pass to leave the dock area?
Well, you probably have to pay some gold for that, he says. It really depends on if you're wanting to get a pass for immigration, or if you're just going to be getting a traveler's pass into the city.
How much would a traveler's pass to the city cost?
Well, last time I looked, a traveler's pass into the main city district is only about 5 gold. It doesn't last too long, but
What about a passport?
that's kind of what he's talking about.
Mm. But you said there's 2 options.
Yes, if you want to become
For the immigration pass, you're living there.
Oh.
Unless you want to move in, I don't think that's going to work.
So,
Yeah.
why is there such a steep price on entering the city, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, because there's a lot of things going on. So many people, so many refugees mostly from down south, have come into the city over the years, and well, if they don't charge money for a pass to get into the city, then people are just gonna disappear into the ghettos and never be seen again. They won't try
What
to
is
pass into
happening down
immigration.
south?
Oh, well, don't worry. It has nothing to do with our city states, or even with the closest city state, which would be Emlaren. But way down south in Zaladin, there's been a war going on there for over a century now.
Not more wars. Not again.
And since I'm talking to you, do you happen to know if there's expert for cartography, maybe of even ancient historical realms in the city?
Well, you'd probably be able to find someone like that in one of in the research district.
So I turn
Why
towards
do you hear a
Meredith.
TV in the background?
Sorry, what did you say?
I keep hearing a TV in the background. I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted.
Yeah, it's on Kujo's end.
Okay.
How's it on my end?
The background, every time the background noise comes, it's going green on your picture.
There's no TV playing near me. I mean, I imagine it might just be the clicking for my texting because I have to text my brother or something.
Maybe it's that and the TV something else. I mean, it has stopped now, so who cares?
Okay.
I turn towards Meredith. Do you want to accompany me to the research district and maybe find out where your homeland is?
Meldus or
I also would
Meredith?
like to show this cube to someone.
Meldus?
Yes. I was just waiting until we're ready to do. I didn't want to interrupt nobody. So can I go down to the place? I have an idea, and I'm gonna ask Sarah. What do you think? Do you think since we signed up with an alias at the inn, if I should try and do a disguise and see if we can get past the checkpoint with some magic until we know what's going on? What do you think?
Let's not risk it just yet.
Meldus, by the way, Encino, I think, was asking you a question.
I don't know.
No, I was asking Meredith a question.
Okay, I thought I heard Meldus.
No, I was asking Meredith if she wanted to accompany me to the
Meredith
research district
nods.
to figure out where Cal is,
I
and if
guess
someone could tell me what the cube is.
I guess that sounds like a plan, she says.
Then I'm gonna pay for her pass right now because I'm assuming she doesn't have money.
Yeah, she doesn't have any currency. So Cujo, you're basically at the gates now with your with your pass.
But
Yeah.
I think we need to take Grad along.
Okay.
Well, we
Gu-
grab
guys.
single.
Wait. Can you wait 1 second? Just want to get Cujo settled in because he's doing whispers about what he wants to do next. So I want to just do a quick scene with him, if you guys don't mind. As Cujo and Higuro get to the gate, they eye Higuro up suspiciously and then look at Cujo and say, "Pass." Cujo, one of the things you notice as you get to the gates is there's a huge sign that says "No spelling area." There are multiple guards pushing near the gates, plus what looks to be some sort of spell detectors hanging around. So, if anybody tries to do any spell work, basically while they're at the gates, try to sneak through or use a disguise or anything like that, they're probably going to get found out really quick.
I hit the guard and I say, cat. C-A-T. Cat.
The guard says, "Pass, please."
Cat.
Okay, I hand him the pass.
And he looks over at the orc and says, "Is this servant with you?"
Yes.
Fine, but remember, you're responsible for her. And lets you go
Okay.
past. He's a very grumpy human.
Why are you so disgruntled, guard?
The guard just tells him to go. They get moving, and ignores him after that.
I know something that will cheer you up.
You're gonna pose.
How did you know? Are you psychic?
That was GM
No.
speak.
Shit.
That's gonna make it feel worse.
But yeah, you get basically your way through the gate, and there's a train station right there, basically, with a train pulling in.
Okay. How did you know? Are you psychic? Somebody watching the Twitch stream?
I think so.
Yeah, that must be the background noise.
Well, at least that means that the Twitch stream is still actually up, and that means this is all recording, so I can actually put videos together for it. So I kept having to
Sarah,
restart
are you
stupid
watching the
stream.
Twitch stream?
What?
Are you watching the Twitch stream?
It's the only way I could hear Grizz a bit when she cuts out. But I'm not looking at it.
Well, can you turn it down because we're hearing it from over here?
Can you hear it right now?
Nope.
All right. Let's see. But yeah, I can still hear bits and pieces of noise. Sorry, I'm easily distracted right now. Cujo, what are you gonna do?
I will get on the train.
All right, they keep eyeing up Higra, but as long as she's standing next to you and clearly, with you, they are not saying anything about it, but clearly, orcs are not. Orcs are basically being treated as second-class citizens here. In fact, I think one of the places you passed by had a sign that said no orcs, no drow, no hobgoblins, no kobolds allowed, that sort of thing.
Hobgoblins.
No kobolds,
What kind of monster doesn't allow kobolds in?
especially kobolds named Tucker.
All right, now that you guys are settled in, we can go back to where everyone else was hanging out. So everyone else is heading over to the inn where Reckon's been drinking.
No.
Sorry,
No,
tavern. I meant to say tavern. Oh, yeah, that's right. You two
We
are
take
trying to
we
find a
take
shop.
10 gold from Grodd, and then we go
I'm
ourselves.
actually gonna ask. I'm gonna take a little bit more from Grant.
What do you need so much for?
Just in case if we need to buy some things that are really necessary for us.
All right, how much you need?
Okay. I'm gonna whisper it to him.
Okay. All right, but he hands you over the money and thinks for a moment. We've also got these gems that we need to sell.
Oh, actually, I'll sell them.
All right, I'll trust you.
And still have a halberd you can sell.
And I still need to talk to you later on, too.
Me?
Yes.
All right, sure.
I'm gonna take the gems. Okay, Malvis, we're ready to go.
All right. Okay, so we've got 10 gold for the trip, and then I think I remember them being like 85 gold each for the gems. I remember I did an appraise check and it was like 85 or 75 or 95 or something like that. It was like within like somewhere in that range. I think it was like 80. I know it was 5 something 5. And we have 7 of them. So we need to find out how much we can get for these, since we can sell them at full price to shops. So let's go down and get our access
Didn't
back.
I put I constantly update the gold pool. So I should have the thing on there.
95, okay. Be careful before you update the gold pool so that 2 people don't take the same thing off.
Okay.
So you
If
took the
2 people
200
don't take
off?
the same thing off, and you save only the most recent one will save, not both.
You just took an extra 200 off.
No, I didn't.
It's 39.16 now.
Yes. Subtract the 200 from 4,100.
Okay.
And I like how you just spelled it out of how much I took.
I thought that we had like 4,300 before, and then you took 200 off when I looked at it.
Oh,
before.
no.
That's why I thought that you had already taken the money off. I was confused.
No, there's some money that was never returned to the gold pool.
Right. So we currently have 3,916 from the pool. And wait a second, Reckon, did you actually equip that full plate yet?
Did I get a full plate?
No, half. The breastplate. I mean, you
Yeah.
equipped that. You equipped it.
But I actually want to buy a better one if I can in this town.
But you're in the tavern right now, so.
Yeah.
It's pretty good though. Anyway, if you don't want it, we should sell that too, or at least give it to Grodd or something.
I know.
But who's? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
So we should also sell the halberd since nobody's going to use that. Need to get everything that people aren't going to sell together, and since we should do this all at once.
I would like a full plate, but
This is expensive as hell.
Because didn't you just get one?
He did just get a breastplate, but he doesn't like it for whatever reason. It's pretty good.
Because it has the word breast in it.
hey man, the more AC, the better for me.
Same
Also,
with
medium
me,
armor in general is not that great.
but it's free. Oh
Yeah, but
You know.
I'm pretty sure you can sell it and get a changer to what it's worth.
Well, I can probably sell my old thing.
You also got that rod of detect enemy.
no! Oh, I have that wand. Yeah, detect.
Right.
What does detect enemy actually do?
Tell Lyman, tell what type of enemy they are.
No, it's an actual item, rod of enemy detection. It's not a wand. This
So
thing
what
is,
does-
though. This thing is amazing. Here, it costs 23,000.
Mm-hmm.
And how much for us to sell it?
Well, it would be half that, so it's kind of like a.
It really
I mean-
depends on the on the store what kind of price you can get for it.
This thing does not have a limited use. It can be used 3 times per day, lasts 10 minutes, and all the creatures can be invisible, ethereal, hidden, disguised, or in plain sight, and it detects them within 60 feet of the rod.
Should
If
we?
I could-
Should we even sell it?
I wouldn't. I think it'd be useful.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go up to a door, hold the rod, and know how many people behind the door want to murder you. That's
Exactly.
good knowledge.
It's good. I'd say we keep the rod and be happy we got way over our multiply level.
Yeah.
I think that's just like a worthy item to keep on us. Sounds
I
good.
feel like Grizz was planning something if we would have sold it.
It's like too much money. But it's like we only get half that, so it's like it's not so good.
Yeah. I feel like Grizz is gonna plan an assassination attempt.
Not if I have anything to say about it with my new spellcrafts. I think I'm the only one here with level 2 spells.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a
I don't
little
get
over 1k off.
Apparently, I don't get mine to level 4.
Spontaneous casters. I'm sorry.
No one on the planet knows why the rules hate spontaneous spellcasters. But they do.
All right. So are you guys moving out or what?
Yeah, don't. Oh yeah. You also you're level 3 now though. Even though you don't get your new spells, you do get that new ability. Did you add it to your list in your new first level spell per day?
I forgot what it's called.
Negative energy burst once per day. It'll do 3d4 negative energy damage.
Roll around me.
Yeah.
It will also
Probably
heal on
heals
that.
yourself.
It'll heal undead around you, but it's not gonna.
Not gonna work on you guys.
It hurt me. Please don't hurt me. But yeah, we're like going through
it's
the.
only within 5 feet, so it's not that hard to place without hurting us.
Stand in the middle of you guys.
So, did you take 210 or just 200?
Just 200.
Okay,
Because you took the 10.
gotcha. In that case, do the guards let us in with the 10 monies?
Oh, you guys hadn't moved, so I wasn't sure if you were still on the internet.
We don't know where to move.
Down here. Sorry, you see where the arrows are pointing? You have to move yeah, because you're basically down here where the gate is where the train is, and you guys are in one of these buildings. Probably the big.
Oh, we
building.
can. Oh, it's over here.
Yeah, it's over there.
So can you point me towards the research district, and I move myself there to indicate that I'm there?
Basically, you'd all be probably at the gate at the same time to get between districts.
Okay.
So we meet up with Cujo.
No, Cujo and Higa are already on a train.
Oh, Choo Choo.
They've gone off training.
Hmm.
Okay, where's a good place to put down the rest of the district? Okay, so you're is everybody approaching the gate, or just or is Sarah and and Meredith all staying in the? Because that's right, Meredith's gonna be following you, so.
I'm staying with
Well, don't forget to move
I'm
your
going with
token.
Malbus.
Well, don't forget to move your token then.
Okay. I was looking at the thing. My bad.
That's okay.
There you go.
Guess I wasn't sure what you were doing, where you were going next.
Oh crap! I also need to. Oh, this is bad.
What?
At level 3 too. Deathless Vigor.
What? You get Deathless Vigor?
Yeah.
It says, I don't see it on the thing. Let me look. Deathless.
Poor Reckon, all by himself in the tavern.
It's not on the table for Dread Necromancer.
I don't see it.
It's not a class feature of Dread Necromancer.
Okay. That must be.
Lich Body, Negative Energy Burst are the two most recent ones. And Lich Body you got last level.
So you do have damage reduction too.
Yeah.
Bludgeoning and magic.
So it has to be both. It has to be magic bludgeoning weapon.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of
Okay, there it is.
It's like
So
the
what?
Lich's damage reduction.
Deathless.
Yeah, because I didn't add the lich body. But wouldn't that like increase like how she looks though? Like since she's getting a lich body.
Let's find out.
I feel like
I mean,
I'm
the
looking
Dread
at
Necromancer in general is slowly becoming undead, so probably.
so I like more pale.
It does not say if it affects your appearance, but it says that you get increased resilience to physical harm. It'll look how you want it to start looking. Okay.
Deathless Vigor is a Pale Master ability.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I was looking at the wrong thing then. I need to get all.
Because I knew I heard the name before.
Okay, I need to add this to my. Okay, there it goes. Now I have the right page. Channeling.
That was meant as the
touch.
GM, Cujo.
What?
Nothing. You figured it out.
So does they let us through?
Hold on. So you guys are all at the gate. You see that there's you see that there's magic wards basically up, warning people not to use try to slip through with magic spells active, all sorts of things like that. That you can end up in jail, that sort of thing. So basically, if you try to attempt to charm the guards, you will get in major trouble.
Okay then.
I guess we can't barter these guys down. Okay, so what now? Lead the way, Malbus.
Alright, I'll go up and I'll request a ticket for each of us to enter the main city.
The person at the gate, the human, looks over your party and goes, 5 gold per person.
I hand over the 10 gold for each of us.
So
I pay the 10 gold for.
5 gold.
Yeah, but for me and Meredith,
Ah, okay.
I just took it off my character sheet.
All right. I heard somebody say 10 gold for person.
I'm just gonna keep my robe on.
You can't look worse than me. I look like I'm made of stone, so.
You're a golem.
No, if you touch my skin, it's normal, but my skin looks like it's made of marble.
Yeah, but if they just see like a dying woman, they're like, "Oh my God, she's dying! Save her!"
They don't actually take any notice of you at all. They're just making sure that you're not one of the what they refer to as they think of as riffraff. So
Oh, yes, we are exactly what they think of as riffraff.
yeah, except that, as far as they know, that you see as you get through the gate after paying your gold, you do see some of the shops around do say things like no orcs allowed, no goblins, no hobgoblins, no drow, and things of that nature. Basically, showing that there's some big racial tension going on in this city.
Those goddamn kobolds are ruining everything.
Damn it, Tucker. Alright. Well, let's go find a magic shop. Go find the magic shop. Do we find the magic shop?
Okay. Sorry, I was typing something to Kuja since he's the odd man out. Well, actually, Reckon's also the odd man out because he's sitting there all by himself in the tavern. Poor Reckon.
He's just getting drunk.
And poor Grad. Grad's by himself.
Grad
That's the politest people drink to get drunk, by the way.
What?
God will go
Probably
with
better
him.
than kegs.
I'm gonna go with him and try and gather information.
Yay! Reckon's no longer alone. No more troll face. Anyway. Basically, as you get into the city, you find out that it's heavily separated out into districts, and the majority of the districts you can get to basically by train.
Can we walk?
You can probably walk. You're running the risk of being accosted in the streets. Pickpockets, random things. Are you all walking together, or are you splitting up and going on the train?
How much is the train?
It looks like it's only a silver piece to ride.
Oh, that's much better.
Okay, and pays 2 silver
Unless-
pieces.
I look over. What is the laws here on defending against pickpockets?
One of the city guards basically says that it basically says if it's one of the riffraff, and he kind of looks around at some of the signs that some of the discriminatory signs, then nobody really cares what you do about them. But if you only suspect somebody of pickpocketing, and he's probably implying he means normal citizens, you better have a good reason for what you're doing, or you might get arrested yourself by the city guard.
I look over to Sarah. Where is she? Because she disappeared from the chat. She's not talking anymore.
Oh no. Poor Sarah.
Is it? Why is she no chat? If only I had Cujo. He could bonk all the pickpockets. He has good spot checks. And then we could gain XP. I want to go through the riffraff town so that we can get random encounters.
Yeah, that'd be the ghetto district with all the orcs and the goblins and the other.
I want to get ambushed by thugs.
You poor baby.
I want to get like a random encounter down here, and then we'll just be like, just as planned.
Yeah,
We're gonna
basically,
get
no one seems to care if you go into the ghetto and start murdering people. I think that I think the city guard would look the other way, for the most part.
Sweet. Let's do it. I'll take, I guess I'll take her down there and we'll go, ghetto fighting then.
Ghetto fight.
Go full
Maltz
murder
is going on a
hobo.
murder spree. Okay.
We're gonna go murder some hobos. Alright. So,
Hey,
what does it
Sarah.
look like down there?
Yeah.
Malthus is planning on murdering hobos.
We got the AOK from the town guard to go down into the ghettos and kill people.
That's not exactly what happened.
As long as it's okay with the guards, let's have some fun.
Alright.
Yeah, if you hadn't noticed yet, Tran, the party's full of evil people.
I know.
We gotta exercise our abilities somehow, and we just got the AOK that we can do it legally.
Well,
My point was more, they didn't really say
you could just go in there and murder people.
Well, we could just, as long as they initiate the attack, I'm sure it couldn't. It just simply is self-defense. We're upstanding citizens. We use magic.
You're not actually
Possible.
So basically, you're playing Alabama in the 30s?
Sure.
Yeah, you can put it that way. Well, what I was trying to point out is that you're not actually citizens, so you're foreigners. You might actually not be getting as much pass as you think you are.
Mm.
Now, if you're
They
a
don't
citizen-
really care, though.
Yeah. They basically, if they see you murder somebody, maybe they'll care. But other than that,
How many guards patrol the dark alleys of the ghettos anyway?
probably none.
Oh my god, are you going to Batman somebody?
They have Daredevil to guard over them.
They probably have some vigilantes in there. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Vigilantes are gonna end up being dead.
If you get beat up by Orc Batman, it's your fault.
Oh, I'm gonna have to keep that one, dude.
Oh god.
Alright, I'll handle Orc Batman, you handle Chinese Electric Batman.
Okay. Fear. Oh, why is he running away?
Orc Batman knows no fear.
Oh god, we're gonna be facing the Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Owls.
Well,
They were raised
there were dark elves in the ghetto, but no regular elves in the ghetto.
Okay.
Because drow are still are not really welcome here, but some of them have been fleeing from wherever they lived and have ended up here.
Okay. My spider could use a little bite.
Now, we can't go starting anything out in the open. We've got to make sure there's no authorities anywhere to be seen.
Nope. And if we do get questioned, and if they start the fight first,
I make a little magic-y gesture here that, we've got charm.
Now, what poor sucker might fall into our grass, though?
So we look around, and what kind of things do we see in these parts?
So you guys are walking down to the ghetto. I put out the ghetto map. Right, it's right below you.
Oh yes. I've just got my my hand on my crossbows behind my back, and I've got to make sure that the rope is tied around the opening to my sack, so it can't really be pickpocketed. Make sure everything's all tied up real good, so nothing's gonna get stolen. I've got my.
I'm like, wait, Malvis, open up your bag really fast. I need to put something in there.
Righto, and I open it up to make sure that anything.
I'm gonna put the money and the gems in there.
I grin. Smart move.
And I'm gonna have my spider end up putting a silk thread to it.
Spider, 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 spider.
And I'm gonna tie up the sack real good, and I'm gonna put it over my back and tie it around my body, and throw my cloak back on over it. They're not getting that.
Let's just say if they try something, they're gonna have a surprise, aren't they? Between the both of us.
Want to play the unsuspecting victim, and as soon as we see someone try and take something from you, we strike?
Sure.
Excellent. I ready my crossbow. It's all you.
Let me go ahead so you can just stay behind a little bit.
And I do.
You people disgust me.
This is what we were born for.
Born
I
for?
want to walk ahead looking all innocent and kind of lost.
What I'm more confused about is, what are you trying to make off of this? It's not like poor random refugees are gonna have any money for you.
No, XP!
Yeah, he just wants to slaughter them for your...
I meant in character.
Oh, because we want to get some practice. We
This is
haven't
a
had a
serial
good
killer that wants to kill
battle
people?
in a while, and I'm sick of dying.
I'm sick
Now
of
you're
dying.
sick of dying.
Get one. Get into more fights.
If I can't keep up the evil acts, I'm gonna lose my evil alignment. I gotta
Same
keep doing that.
here.
We gotta keep up our evil. Even if it is Saturday morning cartoon evil, it's still evil.
Bonk.
No,
You should brought
Saturday
Kuja with
morning
you. He
cartoons
bonks people.
have better motivation.
What was that, Gris?
That's what you should have brought Kuja with you. He's good for bonking people. That's Saturday morning cartoon villain behavior.
So I walk ahead looking innocent and confused of where I'm at and unsuspecting of anything that's gonna happen.
Okay, so you guys are now at the ghetto. Meanwhile, where let's see. You're heading to where did that? Oh, there we go. Sorry, trying to get the map to look so I can see where people are. Meanwhile, Encion and Meredith are heading where?
Research district. Trying to learn more about the cube and trying to figure out where Cal is. That's why I took the cube with me.
Yeah, because you're currently the holder of the cube.
He's the beholder.
He's a beholder?
That's what I was just thinking. That
Does
would be
that mean
so
our
cool.
roof is everything?
See this nice street?
But
I
it's
just
like-
disintegrated it so I could have an easier path to the research district. Obviously.
But anyway. Okay, so you guys are at the research district. Cujo and Higra have shown up in the upper crust district. Meanwhile.
Meanwhile, in the ghettos.
I mean, go with the ghetto thing. I can build my MTG deck while you're doing this.
Alright. Yeah, when you get to the ghettos, you find that that a lot of the buildings, the street have passovers, basically lining up the tops of the buildings between buildings, basically to create really dark streets, which are good for drow and orcs.
Mm-hmm.
Since
Good
drow are
for
not-
stealings.
Yeah.
So
Let me just see something real fast.
You've got your touch, that touch attack at will, so we can do
Yeah.
this for a while, and I've got a lot of crossbow bolts, so we can
And the
roll.
funny thing is, this darkness doesn't affect me.
Dark vision, that's perfect. Unfortunately, it does affect me, though. I'm
That's
sure.
why I had a string put on you.
Thank you.
there are the first thing you see as you enter into the ghetto is the wary looks you're getting from kobold children.
I'm like, oh. I'm like surprised. I'm like, oh, these poor children.
Poor little kobolds.
Yeah.
Here, I thought kobolds generally live up in mountain villages. I'm surprised to see any living down in city slums. It's odd.
I know.
I look around a bit more. Looking around at the people. Anybody looking at us strangely?
They a lot of people are looking at you strangely. I mean, most of them are like dressed in rags or looking very uncomfortable. They're not used to seeing humans in their little ghetto area or things that look like humans. In the case of Sarah, they're just basically really weirded out. The kobold children kind of depart from what they were doing and kind of go running to tell the adults that there's a problem going on here.
And I'm gonna kind of just lean up against the wall, stay about 20 feet back, and pretend I'm not really with Sarah, just watching her carefully, making sure nothing happens. Got my crossbow, behind my back against the wall, just ready to shoot it if anything tries anything. And of course, magic if anything dangerous happens.
Mm-hmm. So does anything happen?
Well, eventually, as you're standing there, a trio of hobgoblin. Oh, there's my notebook. a trio of hobgoblins comes sauntering out of what is probably a tavern. They're a little bit better dressed than the children and such you've seen wandering around. They openly stare at you, and then one of them walks over to Maldus and says, "What brings you down here, human?"
I don't think that's really any of your business. And I give him a glare, and I, show him that I have a crossbow, and I take a step back from him.
He didn't seem impressed with your crossbow. He folds his arms and leans up against the dirty wall and says, "It is my business because you're in the district that doesn't belong to you, human."
I don't think this city belongs to you either. You best back up if you know what's good for you.
And you best get out of here if you know what's good for you, human.
Who are you to tell me what to do?
This is disintegrating fast. It's like me, this is my home. So you best be getting along.
What did he say?
He said, "Me, this is my home. You best be getting along."
This is your home? And I gesture around to the back of the building. Not
Yeah.
very homey. This is simply a street. And I'm standing here. And I'm kind of getting a little bit irritated with him now.
Does anything? Well, this is happening. Has anything happened to me?
No, they're mostly ignoring you. They're trying to deal with Maldus, since Maldus seems to... They originally looked at him as if he maybe wanted something, and now that he's, instead being all, annoying to them, they're focused completely on him.
Completely on him?
Oh yeah, they're
You might want to come in for backup.
I'm gonna slowly walk over like a concerned citizen. I'm like, "Oh, is there a problem over here?"
What are you doing
And I
here?
kinda-
Another one says, sneering at Sarah.
I'm like, "Excuse me?"
Just leave. Leave us alone.
I didn't know we were
Leave you
causing you
alone.
harm.
I was just standing here until you three came up.
It seems like you guys were harassing him.
Indeed. Now, what are you going to do about this,
Yeah, sorry, my brain is not together enough to think up anything else to say about this. Sorry. Ugh, this is why I hate getting sick.
It's all right.
It's alright, don't worry. We can wait, it's all good.
I mean, we could just call the session so you can go get some rest.
If you need to rest, that's
I mean,
fine.
we have played for 6.5 hours, it's fine.
Yeah, no, a lot of the times we're playing for twice that almost. So, but
But if
I-
your brain doesn't work, your brain doesn't
well,
work.
it doesn't work for information that I hadn't wrote up to. I basically the stuff that I've written for Tuala so far was mostly centered around Cujo discovering what he's discovered. So
You're more than welcome to have them just try and smack me. Because I am being a bit of a jerkwad.
yeah, I know that's why I'm having difficulty trying to get my.
And I'm
brain
gonna
around.
just point my crossbow at him. Now back off if you know what's good for you.
Trying to think of the appropriate response for that. Hey, Cujo, you still here?
What was that?
Cujo, are you splitting up from us, I think?
What? I'm confused.
Cujo?
Like
Okay.
I was trying to say is I didn't really write anything properly for ghetto encounters, and my brain's hurting too much to to want to deal with that. But I've written a bunch of stuff for Cujo's part of this. I just didn't think that
Cujo.
he was gonna wander off on his own to do it.
I mean-
matter.
Well, yeah, but I was kind of expecting that you get that. I didn't realize you were gonna get. Well, I sort of had a partial impression that you might have given a false name to the to the guy at the desk, but I didn't think that. But part of me figured that you'd open up the letter and everybody would see what the letter said, and that somebody else would.
And
follow
then
you
instead we
read it.
just go fighting people down in the ghetto, and
But normally
you can always just have like a random encounter. You can throw in warriors, and it doesn't have to be too complicated.
Yeah.
Just throw a dragon in there.
Let's throw a random goblin. Random 3
No,
goblin
it's just
tokens.
more of the political fallout from them killing hobgoblins was something that I have to think about. But I was basically waiting for Cujo to do what he's doing because, like I said, that's really what I'd written up on Cujo thing, and I really wanted to get that done before I called the session.
And I'm just drinking beer with Grad.
So just do the Kuja thing and
I mean, is it gonna be a long time or?
It shouldn't be too long. It's just that right now it's like a question of whether he wants to share the information with everybody else.
Like, just we don't have to metagame it. You just do the session like you two are doing, and it's all good.
That's true, because it will show up on the videos anyway, and on the recap. And then by the next time we show up, I'll have something prepared for for that ghetto encounter. So that really could be good. It's just that right now my ability to think on it is really waning. 'Cause I was expecting a bigger fight on the in the cube, but you guys solved the puzzle on the second round. So.
Or if you want, we could take a break at this time too. If you want to keep on going or not, we could just take a long break so you can get your bearings.
Yeah, that's fine.
Huh?
So we could take a break for an intermission so you can get your bearings.
Yeah.
If you need to get stuff too.
Whatever you want to do.
Why do I need to be poked with a stick?
Because
I think she just wants to do the rest of the session with you.
I'm waiting to see what you're going to do next. Since I told you just found what the place you were looking for.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna walk in. Oh wait, actually no, I don't just walk inside. I should probably investigate.
How you holding up, Chris? How bad? Is it like a really bad headache?
It's more of I'm getting confused by people pulling me in different directions.
Oh, okay.
I'm an excellent multitasker, which makes me really good at a lot of stuff. But when I get sick, my ability to multitask kind of falls away, and so trying to concentrate and focus and plan on different routes at the same time, like talk to multiple people at the same time, really taxes me. And I start getting really confused.
We could just take it one step at a time.
Yeah, which is why I'm trying to whisper to Cujo. But since where was I?
Should we just leave?
No. You can stay there for a minute. 'Cause I'm hoping that I can actually talk out loud in a minute. But give me a sec. Because I know Reckon and Grad are at the tavern. Drinking contest with Grad! Yay, perfect! Basically, you roll for fortitude if you're just doing drinking. If it's anything fancy, you can do like dex checks and all that.
I feel like Grad is gonna get drunk.
Grad has +6 to fortitude. It's hard to get him drunk. Never mind, he falls unconscious.
Yeah, that's a critical.
doesn't he also have the physique of an average dump truck?
Well, actually, given the
yeah, I'm fine.
And Reckon is perfectly
I
fine.
die.
Reckon is now able to pat Grad on the head if he wants to, or pick him up and bring him back to the inn or wherever. But then again, Reckon doesn't know where they're staying at the inn, because unless Grad told him.
Just drag me
Ah.
back to your room or something.
If I see him pass out, I'll probably like pick him up and go to the inn
Okay.
and just ask someone, did this guy borrow a room here?
Okay.
And get the
Just
the
make
room
sure he's
pointed
safe.
out where nobody's at right now.
Hmm?
Oh, yeah, hold on. I'm trying to respond to Cujo.
Oh.
Okay. So Reckon has brought Grad back to the inn.
Oh, I guess so.
And Cineo and Meredith are at the or somewhere in the research district. The people at the library do let you in when you come calling.
And probably after I took care of Grad, Reckon also wants to go in town to go to like the blacksmith area, if there is any.
There's this big shopping area, probably.
Yeah.
Chris, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm typing to Cujo because he doesn't want you guys seeing what he's
Yeah,
doing.
because after we talked, you were kind of...
Essentially, we don't really have much to do anymore. It's just like Cujo from this point on, so I don't know if you want to go, it's probably okay.
No, I was just wondering because she hadn't said anything in a while.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I thought I said something a minute ago about the library. Didn't I? Library.
What did you say about the library? Sorry.
That said the library lets you in the research district. Like there's a library there, and this is going to be where the physical building you can put your pieces. Sorry. You can
Okay.
throw your pieces into because the buildings are much smaller on the map because of the map scale. So I figured I'd
It's fine. Yeah.
So yeah, the library lets you in. poor paranoid Cujo. He keeps trying to sense motive on people and checking for traps.
Traps everywhere.
I should have just gone with my instinct and tailed Cujo. I thought I was being too clingy, though. I thought I'd let him off on his own, but
I'm
no.
gonna be honest, I thought you would still follow me.
I was going to, but at the same time, I wanted to grab magic items so that I could, like, maybe copy more spells and stuff.
Yeah, but
Because
then you
it's
decided
really
to go
being
hang out in the ghetto and, you know, start fights with kobolds instead of...
Well, when you said that there was like a trains and stuff, and we didn't want to spend money on a train, and then there's all these like ghetto things where we can get free money and like maybe XP. XP is the most important thing.
Oh wow, that's way better.
So that's
No
we
wonder I
didn't think
different
it. We didn't think it really be much of a subplot. Just really like some kind of fun encounter. That's why we did it. Not really the
By the way, Chris,
derailment.
for this day in the library, I'm basically making a book of books that look promising.
Okay. Well, you got some
Because
good XP.
tomorrow I can come in here and read a book every 6 seconds. Oh.
Cujo actually did that once and got experience points for discovering details that nobody else wanted to go to the library to look up.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I have Scholar's Touch. I just prepared twice tomorrow, then I can read 1,000,000 books or something.
1,000,000 books? That sounds like an
10
awesome
books per
spell.
cast. I can read 20 books in 4 minutes.
I want that spell.
It doesn't work on magical books, sadly.
I still want the spell.
Copy it from my spell book. It's a first level divination spell.
Are you serious? It wasn't.
That's why I took it, because it's exactly for this scenario. I need to know something.
Is that from one of the. What are they called? Like supplemental books? Is that what they're called?
It's probably from Spell Compendium. 90% sure Spell Compendium. Look.
Because I only looked at like the core rules wizard spell list.
That's where all the
you
most
miss
wrong
out on
spells are.
90%
The
of the
rest is
spells.
Destiny.
There are really a ton of wizard and sorcerer spells.
Oh, I didn't notice that part.
Yeah, I spent some time the last couple of days thinking this up, Cujo. Finding that I finally had to get together what was going on with your friend. And figure out why you didn't know where he went. Whoops, sorry, Cujo. When I said that, it's probably gonna be the name of somebody that you knew back in Ravenwood. I was just using a generic name. I'm sorry. I kind of figured you pick it and run with it. My bad.
Oh.
Because I figured it's like, you know, somebody that, you know, you knew from your previous job and that probably told you something like, oh, he just went down south and didn't bother to tell you which down south, and so you assumed one and you meant something else. This also could be a funny story that you could, you know, curse about or something like that.
But is there actually a blacksmith in town that
There'd
can
be
go
there'd
to?
be one in the crafting district. Let me put that together in a minute. Hold on. I'm gonna have to do
sure.
a whisper.
No problem.
Oops, where's a good crafting district at? Let's see. I think about here would be good. Stuff drop down name, text. There we go. Crafting district. There's probably going to be more district zones, but I'm not sure how many I need.
Just
yet.
as
It's on the
district that
list.
we need them.
Yeah, remember this is only
This
a general
is not the final
approximation
map.
of the. Yes, this is just a general approximation of the map, and we're just doing random districts. But still with the map sitting there, who knows? Sometimes,
I mean,
sometimes.
it's probably weird that the research district is larger than the entire crafting district from an economic standpoint. But no one
it's
really
true.
cares.
But because there's crafting and shopping are different districts, like crafting,
Yeah, but crafting needs to be
and
bigger
also
than
because
research from an economic
people live in
standpoint.
each of these districts. There's no like standard residential districts. People like live in different places, so.
I mean, it's gnomes. Gnomes are research all day, every day.
Yeah, there's a lot of gnomes that live here. Humans are still like the majority because I think humans have like maybe 45 to 50% of the population, so they're like the single majority of the species. But gnomes are like pretty high up.
Nothing is better than Dragonlance gnomes, though, because they have actual rules for building weirdest inventions.
Well, that's why they've got trains and giant clocks and steam engines, steamships.
Yeah,
and
in Dragonlance, you can build a character that has no class features if you want to. You can basically make an expert, and based on your in-score and your score on certain skills, you can actually build like a mortar or something that has a good chance of exploding in your face. But if it works great. You can basically design your own weird ass stuff. The only good thing about Dragonlance.
What was I gonna say? Okay, now I've lost my train of thought. Damn it.
Just build your own bazooka.
Yeah, I did. I built a character that started the game with a 5d6 reusable fire mortar. And his own spider
That's what I was thinking about. The fact that at the docks you would also see things like do you remember the Magitech from Final Fantasy VI?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically we'd have things like that being used as basically load lifters for cargo. You'd see gnomes and dwarves riding around and stuff that looks like that, except that
So
it's being used for cargo transport.
a combination of the city is basically a combination of steampunk tech and magic tech.
Yeah, well, the magic tech is not really magic tech. It's more like steam tech, but they just
No, I
resemble.
mean magical technology, like
Yeah, they'll probably have some.
lightning elemental powered trains or something
Yeah,
like
you
that.
probably have some stuff like that, but a lot of it's like steam. This particular town is more steam oriented.
How does my throat still hurt?
You need more whiskey.
I have painkillers and 3 glasses of whiskey. There shouldn't be any pain receptors in my body left.
You rolled a good fort save when you weren't trying to. Everyone else is quiet. What's going on?
Pondering.
Nap time?
I've seen these people up at 2 in the mornings, and it's only it's not even 9 p.m. here yet. So
Not that late.
Just almost 3 a.m. for me.
Yeah, for me too, but it's 3 a.m. on a Saturday, it's fine.
Yeah.
hence why I like
Last week it
Saturdays.
was 8 a.m. So
Okay, that would be a bit long.
yeah, it
That was last
but
weekend.
we were stuck in a cube. So
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Maldus. I mean, if you really want to leave, you can. It's just that I wasn't sure if anything else was going to go on, or if beyond what Cujo was up to.
I mean, if your brain isn't working that great anyway, and my
Yeah,
character is
that's
just sitting in a library,
Yeah, that's
Making
pretty
a
much what
list of
happens when I get
books.
sick, and then I can't remember what I'm supposed to do next, and then I forget what I'm supposed to say, and it's like but all last
Yeah.
week nobody showed up at all just to hang out and chat, so I was like concerned, and nobody posted messages to say anything, so I wasn't sure if anybody except for you, Treon, who did message me at one point, but I was getting used to people messaging pretty much every week. So I wasn't sure if if anybody needed anything, needed talking or anything like that. So
yeah, but man, what I was supposed to say is,
yeah,
so how about the rest of us just go away? You do the Cujo thing in
yeah, after that I'll probably
talking, which makes it faster and easier, and then you can get some rest.
Yeah, that would probably be best, but but we'd have to also figure out when to meet again, because the main game session would be next Saturday, probably around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be available for individual sessions because everybody's split up at the moment. At other times during the week, but you'll need to post when you're available, the getting to know you thread or something like that. That would work. Or you can come up with a time now if you want.
I mean, you don't need to do much for my character. My character sits in the library and is gonna instant read 40 books next week, so just figure out what I learned from 40 books I'm prepared to read now.
Yeah, but then Maldus and Sarah are gonna be doing some combat, so I don't know when they what other day that they have available, since I know Maldus has other games on his list.
Yeah, but that's something the two of them can work out. Or we can do it at the start of the next session. But because I'm probably going to go to bed and work on not having throat death anymore.
So, what times are you available during the week?
Me?
Or any of you, or...
Yeah, the problem is that I'm 6 hours ahead of you. So during the week it's a
and
bit hard.
And I end up working long hours, so that's usually bad. Bad for...
Yes. So if you're asleep during the times I am mostly available or at work, so that is But you don't need you can technically you can just write me a summary of what I find. That's all I need.
Okay. Send. You might want to remind me of what you're researching then when you send me a message about it, because like I said, I'm having difficulty.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now, so I don't
Cool.
forget. No, 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 no.
What about you,
Private
Reckon? Do you need
message.
anything?
Uh,
So I know you and Grad
Oh.
were hanging out. I don't know if you. Oh, that's right. Grad's unconscious. Never mind. You and the warg are alone.
I went to the crafting area, so
Okay.
and I actually need to know for next session maybe to create my work like properly.
Okay. Send me messages, and occasionally I might stop by. You know, just the Roll20 site. Occasionally I'll stop by and look to see if anyone's in the room.
Yeah, and I just want to buy some stuff on Reckon if I can. So, but we'll see.
Send. So, I sent you a personal message, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. See you next week.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry this was like shorter than usual, and I'm a little bit scatterbrained. I'm usually this is a lot more
Don't apologize,
more
it's fine.
involved. But yeah, I'm really hoping I don't get sick again this early.
See ya.
Take care.
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just delaying for a moment, Kudra, while we work out the details.
Hey, Grizz, what time is it for you right now?
It's nearly 9 p.m.
Okay. Is it gonna be 9 or is it gonna be 10 for you?
It's 8:51 right now.
Okay, so it's
It's
gonna be
nearly
9 for you.
9. I mean, Eastern Standard Time.
I don't even know what time zone I am at the moment. Because they call it different all the time.
Yeah.
In the winter, it's GMT +1, no, +2, or CEST or something. Time zones.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. And if I somehow forget, you can just poke me on Steam and remind me. Okay. We all good? Okay. So, Cujo. Where'd we leave off? Oh, okay. Have you seen anything
I'm also
suspicious
gonna go.
recently? I mean, the people we've pissed off can hold a grudge, and I'm worried because they seem to have gone more quiet than normal. Uh-oh. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Testing.
There we go.
There you go. I refreshed. Okay. Let's see. people have gone more quiet than normal. Yeah, I knew I figured I was still sick, but be under the weather because, like I said, I'm more confused than normal, and my head's starting to hurt some. But I really wanted to get through the scene because I've been, like I said, this is pretty much what I've been plotting about all week. You're just sitting down, finally getting the chance to run into your old friend. The one who from your description, I kind of assumed that he kind of raised you and everything. Well, you were 10,
Yeah.
you're an orphan, so he's kind of like a father figure to you. But he kind of like yeah. So he's looking at you. He's kind of looking down a bit, and it's like he hadn't actually seen anything out of the ordinary at the time, but he was so busy rushing out of there. To attend to his dying uncle's affairs that he didn't really notice if there was anything else. But while he'd been alone here in the after his uncle died and left him in the mansion that he's now pretty much in disrepair, he's been pondering about the days and feels he's been feeling sad, maybe a little guilty, thinking that maybe he used you a bit because you were such a good pickpocket that he kind of could put you in a bad situation with the Thieves Guild and everything.
I was the one who chose to do that.
Yeah, but
Echo.
since he's the adult, he's the one that feels bad about it. Because you were still a kid and under his, basically, under his tutelage and everything like that when you decided to go and do that.
Echo.
Echo.
Okay, it's gone. Okay, it disappeared. Now, you shouldn't feel bad about that. I was the one who did all the things. Besides, I volunteered for it.
Yeah, but when I found you in that orphanage, boy, I just kind of figured that one day I'd be able to get some good information from the Thieves Guild with you. I just kind of pointed you in that direction, even if you did volunteer. It's all on me. He's just looking very sad, and he's just been thinking a lot about it lately.
Well, I mean, my life isn't bad. I mean, I have money, some money. I can cast magic.
Magic? He looks astounded at you. When did you learn magic, my boy?
Oh, while traveling here. It was
Really?
actually surprisingly easy. It was easier than you'd think.
But what can you do?
I can cast prestidigitation.
Are you gonna give him a demonstration?
I can cast it, but I won't cast it right now because I can only use it like once a day.
Mannheim nods at this, but he's smiling thoughtfully. So, you've been doing well for yourself on your own, have you? Well, maybe not alone, but you know what I mean, don't you? You've made new friends?
Yes.
No more sitting in
Although
the...
a couple of them I wouldn't consider friends, more like acquaintances.
But it's not like you're worried about having to betray them the way you did when you were in the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, I definitely don't worry about having to betray them. Because they all seem like upstanding citizens that I want to be friends with.
There's a small snicker from outside the hall where Higra has been standing, leaving you alone with Mannheim. Mannheim kind of like looks a little bit taken aback when he hears a noise out there. Oh, you brought some friends with you, did you, Kuja?
Well, I kind of defeated an orc in combat, and now she won't stop following me.
Mannheim's brow just lifts up a lot like this. An orc? A female orc?
Yes. Yes.
Really? You defeated an orc in combat? Wow.
Yes.
Future, my boy, you've been becoming an astounding young man, haven't you?
Well, I mean, I have been on a few adventures. I've been trapped in a cube. I found out that Lich was behind an army of skeletons.
An army of skeletons? You mean like what's the war that's going on down south? The Drow?
What war down south?
The one down in that Zaladin's been facing all this time. Oh, well, they hear about it all the time when I go into when I go into the shopping districts.
All I heard was shopping districts because everything started to lag.
It's like, oh, I've heard about it all the time when I go into the shopping districts. There's been a war going on for a century now down in Zaladin. It's all the way down south from here.
Who are the participants in this war?
Apparently, the Drow that live underneath somewhere down south of Zaladin have been trying to conquer that entire region using an army of skeletons for a century now. The country of Zaladin's been slowly shrinking over time as the skeletons keep encroaching on their territory.
Okay, that shit would have made it a lot easier to figure out what was happening in that skeleton army.
Yes, I've heard there was some other trouble going on over in Hellspring. That's more recent news that traveled out.
Yeah. I mean, the Lich also had drow bosses, so we probably would have been able to figure out all that crap sooner if we had known about that. So that's about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days of my life wasted.
Well, to be fair, you did meet Jason, you met Higra, and you've gained a level or two, so not really wasted. And you gained a horse. You almost forgot about the
And
horse.
Jason's dead.
Jason's just missing as far as you know. Although Sarah
He
did
was
claim that.
obviously devoured by the Lich, whose phylactery we have. I will continue to believe that until we find proof otherwise.
That is an interesting belief. But Mannheim is impressed by your story. It's like, wow. You don't need anyone to look after you anymore, do you?
Well, it helps if I have a distraction.
Oh? What kind of distraction?
Well, usually there's either... Yeah. I'm trying to think of a way to describe them. Okay, one is like a wizard who is just terrible at everything he does. I mean, he was defeated by a shark. Granted, sharks are formidable, but he got like one shot by that thing. That was kind of pathetic. And also we have this murderer with us who killed one of our other party members, but we kind of need the help, so she's just kind of there. And then we have these new people, and then we lost a couple people in that cube. Yeah, a lot of things have been happening over the past few weeks.
Mannheim shakes his head, but he's clearly amused by this. I mean, wow. You've grown up so much in the last few weeks. He sits down in his chair and sighs heavily. I really should go back to Ravenwood, but this place... He looks around at the mostly empty study that has really nothing of value hanging out anywhere. This place really needs to be fixed up before it can be sold. And I don't want to live here.
How much would it cost to be repaired?
He shrugs a bit. It really depends on how much work needs to be put into it. And, of course, there's all the labor licensing and all sorts of other stuff. He groans at that a bit. And the lumber costs, and the masonry costs. And, of course, there's nothing in this place except for all the bookshelves and everything, and they're pretty much empty, and the pipe work probably needs some work.
To do appraisal? Yeah, I have no idea how much that stuff would cost. Do you have a rough estimate?
You probably still have no idea how much it would cost. Maybe the same price that you would sell it for to begin with. But he looks up with a sudden thought. Cujo,
Yes.
would you like a house?
Oh, I guess. A house would be nice.
So let's say you stay here and I return to Ravenwood. You could probably use a break from from people of the Thieves Guild anyway. They might be after you, right? You seem to be concerned.
Okay. Something about after you and concerned.
You probably need a break from the Thieves Guild anyway. They might be after you, considering you seem to be concerned about that.
What concerns me is not the fact that they're after me, but the fact that that they're not after me, which makes me think that they're planning something.
Well, if they haven't done something bad already, then we still have time now, don't we? But maybe I should go back to Ravenwood now and let you stay here.
That sounds interesting. That sounds like it might work. Just remember to be careful. I'm fairly certain they'd still know you too.
He gets up from his chair, which is gnome sized, by the way, and walks over you and puts a hand on, as high up as he can reach. It's like, you too, my boy.
I hug him.
Aww. Hug. Okay, so it looks like Cujo now owns a house. It's a huge, dilapidated mansion with two of its wings completely shut down, closed off. Nobody could stay there, sort of thing. And the furniture is sized for gnomes, but it is a house. In fact, it's a mansion.
Okay. Other items, no mention in disrepair.
And you can share it with the others if you want, or you could decide to hold up there and not tell them where you're going all the time.
Well, I mean, considering the fact that we're pulling all of our money together, I'm probably gonna have to tell them.
Yeah. So how's that for a base of operations for your characters?
Nice.
And it belongs to you. Well, I was reading up on your friend to decide how to enter into him, and I was trying to think of how do I get the characters to have a base of operations in Tuala for a while. It suddenly occurred to me, it's like, this place is full of gnomes. Some of them are very rich guild people, and what if Mannheim had a relative with no other living heirs that left him a mansion that even though he'd gone poor, still owned, that was kind of falling apart. So you don't get like a perfectly built mansion at the moment. You just have an old, not exactly a ruin, but it's kind of dilapidated, depressing. All the baubles are gone. And the furniture's all gnome size, so unless we get Surin back, nobody's gonna be able to fit anywhere. Especially not the big guy. But you do have a property, so.
Yeah.
But it might cost you all of your money to fix it up, and even then you won't have everything.
Well, I mean, it'd have to be an investment from the party.
Yeah, and then it would become the party house. But on the plus side, that means that you'd become a citizen of Tuala and won't need to pay district fees, district passport fees, that sort of thing.
Awesome.
And you have the chance to join guilds and decide if you want to champion causes or whatever else, all the political situation that's going on in Tuala.
We need to be more concerned about the environmental changes that all of the magic has. I mean, magic is going up in the sky, and it's making everything hotter.
Oh boy. There's that one too, but I'm thinking of like right now what's going on in the ghetto.
We should get rid of the ghettos. They're an eyesore.
Well, there's that too. But I'm saying is Tamale is full of racism and all sorts of other stuff. And you can decide if you want, how and what, if you want to get involved at all, if you want to just, sail in the chaos the way that, Maldus and Sarah are doing.
Oh yeah, I said I read the books that I stole from that Minotaur
Yeah, that
Chancellor.
was the other thing. I was just trying to remember what was in there. Because I think it was some sort of, it was a book written in Giant, I believe. And did you take the language skill in Giant?
Yeah.
Okay, so you find a lot of you're finding a lot of history about the people of Fire Down, magic that Minotaurs used to be able to do that they haven't been able to do in a long time, due to basically genetic selection. That when the Minotaurs were driven apart back during the days of the Sundering, they basically returned it back into savages who didn't know magic. All the magic using Minotaurs were pretty much wiped out, that sort of thing. Oh, so Sarah's still watching us. So say hi.
Hi.
So Sarah knows you have a house now.
Damn it. Now I can't hide it.
Yeah, but you said you couldn't hide it anyway because you didn't have the money to fix it up yourself. You had to go take it off of Grad anyway.
Yes, but what if I wanted to fuck with them for a week or two?
You still can, but because I mean Sarah only knows out of character. It's not like she knows in character.
No, so how many of the bedrooms are salvageable? Like, how many of them can still work?
Let's see. I have to roll a die for that. Hold on. There are 2 bedrooms that have human-sized furniture in them, and about 3 bedrooms that have gnome-sized furniture in them that are still open. So basically, you have the two bedrooms that are probably used as guest rooms for humans, or other non-gnomey, dwarvy, halflingy people.
Short people.
I would say goblins or kobolds, but since they're second-class citizens in this country, in this city-state, it's not a country, it's a city-state.
A city-state?
Yeah, basically it's a huge sprawling city with a couple surrounding villages that have farms and stuff going, but it's basically as if New York was its own place, it was its own country.
Huh.
Imagine if New York City was its own country. That would be the equivalent of Tawala. Yep, Zerg. It's a nice broken house that he inherited from his adopted father, sort of adopted father, I guess. Was there a legal adoption, or did you just kind of pull him out of the orphanage and go here? I want you to just come stick with me, kid.
Well, I didn't write like that, so I would assume there was not a legal adoption.
Yeah. I just kind of picked up on your writing that said that that he saw you in the orphanage and kind of took care of you since you were 10, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I kind of got the inspiration for how to deal with the character since then. But yeah. So I guess you get one of the human, or you could probably take the master room. You just have to switch out the furniture. Because there's probably a gnome-sized bed in there, and that's a nice big room, and decide how you want to play with that.
Going to need to hire a team of kobolds because they'll be cheap.
Money to kobolds! Yay!
Either that or I can always smuggle people in the city. Like drow and shit.
Yeah.
And then they'd have to work for me. For
Mhm.
next to nothing.
Well, you've already got your orc woman.
Yes, but she can't build an entire house by herself.
Yeah, she's not a crafter. I mean, she is a barbarian. She can cook for you though. Mostly meat stuff, but still.
But where are we gonna get the meat? Is there like a butcher shop down the street?
Since it's the upper crust, I imagine there's a really nice butcher shop, place that imports meats from where the butcher shop is. Like the best cuts of meat.
Mm.
So you're in a very nice district full of rich people.
Okay, first thing we have to do is destroy the aristocracy.
Is that your plan? You're gonna bring down the Tawala aristocracy?
Yes.
Something to think on for next week. Yeah, the one thing it's kind of too bad you guys figured out the puzzle too quickly for is that I had a really neat monster or rather construct that was ready to spring out after enough of the tentacles came popping up. Basically, you had a 1 in 6 chance each time you got something wrong on the puzzle to pull out the body. Because all you were seeing were the tentacles of the construct. You weren't seeing the main body of the construct. In fact, you only ran into one tentacle for the first round. It would have been multiple tentacles coming up, and the body, and you would have had to defeat it all, and you've gotten more treasure than you did. But still, that would have been pretty cool.
The only thing I regret is that Sarah killed Jason.
Yeah, poor Jason. She just tossed him into.
I never actually did give him back his spellbook, did I?
No, but he was carrying around a secondary book of his research. But yeah, his spellbook actually also has some of his research in it. The stuff on.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, stuff on research on the planes and stuff like that. Research on spirits and souls. All sorts of cool stuff like that. I forgot you were the one that was holding the book.
Well, I'm technically Tigra because she's holding my backpack still.
Okay. Yeah, she's your personal transport.
Personal transport.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she carries everything for your person for it.
I think that would be called, like, a baggage handler. Or a pack mule.
Yes, exactly.
Pack mule.
And don't forget, you have that horse.
Yeah, I do have the horse. Gianni Joestar still at the inn.
Yep, because you didn't know if what you were finding was going to be real or not. You can always bring him down. There's there's stables, attached to the house. So.
But how do I get a horse on a train?
Well, I'm sure you could ride him through the districts and eventually end up there. The train's just the fastest mode of transportation.
Well, what's the fun in that?
Yeah, the head's still hurting a bit, Sarah.
Yeah. So, is this the end of the session?
Yeah, I figured that, since everybody else already wandered off, that, and we got through the you inheriting the house bit, that here would be a good point to end. The next session, I already said, would be like probably about 2 p.m. next weekend.
Okay.
Now, if you want to do anything individually or, in small groups, I'll probably be available sometime during the week.
Alright. So I guess I'll be seeing you then.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry this session was so short and a little bit distracting at times. But, like I said, that's what happens when I get sick.
It's okay. I had a couple things I needed to do anyway.
Yeah. It's all's good. You know, honestly, I do prefer playing, like, you know, way late, because that's always fun, but when I can't think straight, it's not worth really trying. When you can't think straight as a GM, that's not good. Because sure people are all expecting things from you, and it's like, I can't process information anymore, my head's full.
Well, I guess I'll see you then.
Alright, take care.
Alright, you too.
And that'll be it for the broadcast. Thank you all, and have a good night.